All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I got something pretty interesting here. I got a Zieba S3, which is a 2018 Blade Show special. It comes with this pretty large hard case. You open it up. It comes originally with this G10 texture scale, and here you see, I believe this is a fat carbon, green and yellow and black show side scale. You can see the layers going on over here. It's a very interesting one, guys. Let's go ahead and check the size first. I just want to compare it with a couple of Sienkiewicz. You got a cord, right over here, full-size knife, and mini cannabis right there. And this Zieba S3 is just right in the middle. I'm gonna toss in another couple Shiro that I love. One is the Quantum, and this is the Stellar. So you see, the Zieba is pretty much in the same category of the Stellar, but definitely smaller than the Quantum down below. And just another couple of iconic ones. You get to see the large Sebenza 21 and the small 21 in the flesh from Zieba Knives, BHQ exclusives, and in the mix you get to see that the Zieba is kind of a tad smaller than the bigger Sebenza. So let's check this out, guys. It's an interesting frame lock. It's quite bulky, a little bit boxy handle. I mean, not too boxy, but it's nicely rounded off, nicely chamfered on the edges and on the inside. You get a very cool pattern, actually. This is the close-up. You can appreciate all the layers that went on into the scale. This is nice titanium frame locks on the lock side, of course. You get a pretty cool folder, I have to say. The handle is a little bit too big for my taste, but definitely, it feels comfortable. It feels the hand. It just feels great in the hand. These chamfers are very, very comfortable. I really cannot say anything wrong about the grip. It's pretty cool. This finger groove over here is just perfect. The flipper tab is just acting as a finger guard, so you're just not gonna slip. Your hand is not gonna slip that way. And it's well made, I have to say. This is kind of like a steel flame skull kind of backspacer going on. A little bit of jimping right up there. It reaches up to this point, right at the heel of the blade. Interesting. You get a stainless steel lock face insert screwed in from the outside. You can't really see it from there. You have to see kind of from this angle, and that's a good thing. Pretty cool. You have internal skeletonization on the lock side as well, and the lock bar as well. So that's very, very nice. Of course, this kind of liner on the show side is skeletonized as well. It's pretty neat. The blade also is very interesting. Look at this compound grind. You get a lot of things going on. You have a pretty effective jimping. You have kind of like this divot over here, just perfect shape for like more advanced grip right there. Harpoon, you have a kind of double swedge over here, and you have a flat grind over here and hollow right there up to the sharpening choil. Big belly up to probably 40% of the length of the edge, right up to the sharpening choil. This flipper tab also allows you to just to hold it like right over here. Take advantage of the jimping, or even more like an advanced grip like that. You can rest your index right over here. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty good for like carving or like more precise work. Let's actually check the thickness of this stock. You get 3.5 millimeters behind the edge of this fella, kind of like in the middle, 0.45, so not too bad. Let me also check the weight on this fella, since we are doing some measurements, and see how much it's gonna weigh on the scale in grams, because I'm in gram today, 149.4, which translates into 5.27 ounces. So not too shabby. Construction is pretty simple. You get one pivot screw and a couple of handle screws that are going through the spacer and kind of like Chicago screw style. So they're not screwed into the titanium, which is a good thing. The pocket clip has a hidden hardware screw right over there and works just perfectly. It looks like smooth, but if you just check it out, you see some micro milling going on, really micro milling. You see the passes of the tool right over there, but right there it just feels smooth. You can't really see, you have to just get a close-up. So crank that 4K up, guys, because all these details, they need to be appreciated, right? You'd get to see an exposed detent ball track right there. Not many people are in love with that, but it's all right. So another thing that I want to point out is the sound. Very good snapping sound when this blade opens up. When you close it, it's all right. Nothing fancy. Very good menacing deployment sound right there. Something that I was not a fan of is the access to the lock bar. There's a little bit sticking out, a little bit protruding, but there's really no jimping. It's pretty easy to miss it, but with an angled thumb, you can just jam it in and just disengage the lock bar and get this thing closed. Which, by the way, this is the centering on the centering backspacer with the skull right over here. So that is not the best. There's not really accessibility to the lock bar right there because it's just a little bit too narrow, a little bit too tight. I like the work they did right over here on the flipper tab. Nice chamfering. That's pretty cool. And I love the clip. Works fantastically in and out of the pocket. Even if it's like that, it just works great. That's the point of contact. So really works nicely. You get a lanyard hole option with some, you see like how they done like a chamfer like that. So that's pretty neat. So I mean, overall, this action also, I mean, this guy just flips out pretty hard. It doesn't really drop shut. You gotta jiggle a little bit, but this deployment is pleasant. You can do like a push button kind of thing, but because of the shape of the flipper tab, it's not gonna be nice. So you just stick with the light switch deployment like that, and this thing is just gonna fire like crazy. Look at this. That's pretty nice. I kind of love this blade shape. Too much divot over here, a little bit going too much up, kind of in the Persian way, but I like the work that's been done right over there. Overall, the feel in the knife, in the hand is pretty good. There's really no hot spots whatsoever. The jimping works well. I don't see any like flex or rattling noises. It's well put together. It's well made. Probably, I would say, like, it's not my preferred style, combination of colors and material. I'm more like a titanium, full titanium handle. So, but I mean, this is still fine. I understand the appeal that these color might have, but probably wouldn't be like my first choice. And even if the scale, the original scale this guy came with is texture G10, probably G10 is not my favorite material as well. But beside that, I really like the deployment. I really like the handling, the ergos. That's pretty good. And also I like the value because they are not going to break the bank, these guys. So if you want to check them out, go ahead and be a happy camper because they are not too bad. So there you have it. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.